Hello, amazing followers of this channel. If I've done everything right, then this video should hit you about New Year's plus minus a day. And why am I doing it? Well, because I watched my buddy Phil McKnight, and Phil did a video where he went through all the reviews he did during the year and kind of gave you guys an idea of whether he likes the product, still likes the product or not, whether he sold it or not. And I thought that was a really cool idea. More actually for me than for you to go through all the videos and just get a feel of like, what the crap did I do this year? But also for some of you that might be new to the channel or that, don't have the bell on, which is totally fine because there's a video every day, can be annoying, to get an idea of like, wait, I didn't see that video, let's go back and watch it. So, let's go through my year, which Phil does a review about once a week, maybe every 2 weeks or something. So it wasn't ridiculous. I do a video every day. Not a review every day, so we might be fast. Let's see how long this whole thing takes. And off we go. I don't have Leslie here, so I gotta switch myself, which means I'm gonna hit this button, and bam! There is the 1st of January, the Stone Deaf Tremotron. Good tremolo, it's 2 tremolos on top of each other, which is kind of cool. Do I still have it? No, I sold it to Moritz from Mo Draws. It's cool, but it has a couple of issues. It doesn't really dip all the way to 0. Great idea, digitally controlled, analog tremolo. It could be realized better, but if you like crazy shit, that's the way to go. Let's see how we do this here. There we go. Eastman at the Guitar Summit. Well, that's a funny video. I'm looking at Eastman for the first time, and obviously, if you follow my channel, later on, they sent me an amazing guitar. So, yeah, check that out if you want to see my first steps with Eastman. On the 3rd of January, we have the King of Metal pedals, question mark. Well, the Diesel VH4 pedal was great, and now they gave it a second channel, kind of extra gain, extra everything in a second stomp. That's pretty much the VH4 pedal, just a selectable second setting. It's rather big, not inexpensive. It needs its own power supply, I think. It's a killer pedal, and it gets very close to channel 3 from the VH4. So, that's what you like, go for it. Game Changer audio with Pete Thorne. Funny video from Guitar Summit. No more to say that. And then we have another Stone Deaf pedal, the Syncope. Digitally controlled analog delay. I fought with that thing. The settings are tough to get. It's like you want the really long feedback, but I couldn't dial that in, and there's internal trim pots. Great idea. I couldn't get a lot of sounds that I was crazy about. And I think you can totally see that in my face in the video. Getting real with Dave Friedman from Mtg Produktiv's Hausmesse. Funny video where I asked Dave about how cool it is to be Dave. Then we have the Keystone Exchanger, which is a pedal that technically is supposed to give you P90 sounds from a single coil or single coil sounds from a humbucker. So make your guitar more flexible. Is it something I would use here? Absolutely not, which is why I sold it. Is it something that live gives you one guitar more options? Absolutely. So I think it does a good job for the guy that doesn't want to change the guitar in the middle of the song and wants something more brittle or wants a more wiry sound out of their humbuckers. It works. Boutique Guitars with Dave and Sammy. Also from the Mtg Produktiv trade show. Some really funky guitars and really high-end guitars that you wouldn't get in your hands any other way. And we even, that one in the thumbnail, the bendy green gold one, we're even playing that, so that's very cool. Beatronics Octavie, the Wokter Hell. Beatronics pedals have really amazing design and they feel really, really, really cool. I do feel that for almost every Beatronics pedal, almost everyone, there is a pedal that does the job better. But they do have mojo, they do have a great haptic. They're beautiful pedals and made by amazing people that are very passionate about what they do. I love Philippe and his team. It's on reverb, but I still think I do have the Wokter Hell on reverb if you want it. Because I literally don't need octave fuzzes. Here we're chatting with Sammy. What a great guy. And that's it. Chat with Lee from Ashdown. I have an upcoming video from Musikproduktiv this year where I'm hanging out with Lee and they have new stuff for guitar, so watch that. Origin Effects Kali 76. That's the compressor to get if you want the studio compressor, the 1176 in a pedal. It's the shit. I still have that and I won't sell it. Finally getting some sounds from Nick Huber guitars. Not the greatest sounds. Having a speech mic in front of an amp, all clean. I really need to get some Huber guitars in here. Maybe invite Nick or go to his place and actually get some really good sounds for the channel. That's planned for 2020. Source Audio Spring Reverb. It's the shit if you need spring reverb. It also has a tremolo. Go for it. Ibanez G-Custom. Well, Sammy and I were looking at some Ibanez guitars and we're bitching about stuff as one should. If I do this, there's too much light because I have a light behind me. The Rev G4. Well, let's obviously still have that. I wasn't as crazy about the G4 as I was about the G3. It's a little bit harsh in the high end, a little bit low in the mids. It is kind of like a plexi pedal, whereas the G3, based on the purple channel of the Generator 120, has those mids for the genty stuff. This doesn't. So I couldn't make it sing the way I wanted to sing. It's brutal, though. It's absolutely brutal. I think it's more brutal than the G3. Here we're looking at Siggy Braun guitars at the Musikproduktiv trade show. Beautiful guitars from Germany. This is where we're looking at Zoom multi-effects, the G1 on, the G, and there's new ones now, which I've also looked at later in the year. Great little modelers for the money. And I think I still have one or two of them somewhere, but obviously I don't use them because I have a wall of amps. It's not about what I use, it's about me with hopefully my experience, which hopefully for some reason you respect, if you know about my experience. If not, look me up. Making recommendations based on what I think works and doesn't. So, the Buster, 2 different levels and boost from Beatronics. Not something I would personally use. I did sell it. It's great on a pedal board for live. It absolutely is. I don't really play live anymore, so it's good to recommend as a tool for the pedal board. You would check out the guitar department from Musikproduktiv. It's on January 18th. The Tyler, which is a splitter to get one pedal to do one part of the frequency spectrum and another pedal to do another part, and you can do crazy stuff, especially recommended for bass. Really, really cool, and Enrico from KMA was here for all those reviews. That's why the builder's on the couch. If you're looking for the clone pedal, the Tumbness is good. Tumbness Deluxe is gooder. With a different approach, you have the Pro Analog Devices Manticore V2. Great pedal. I know that Harry got one. I know that my friend Matt got one. Everyone got turned on by it. And it is one of the premier clone pedals to get. So check it out. Check out that video if you need that clone sound and really dial in the bass, all the response. It's a different approach than the Tumbness, and I like them both. Also, the Archer is nice from Rocket. But if you don't mind the size of the pedal, the Pro Analog Devices Manticore V2 is killer. There's also an older version, hand-wired, the silver one, which I'm shooting it out with later. Is this the best phaser ever? It's definitely way up there. I haven't heard the new Thorpe one, but the Walrus Audio Lillian, I just enjoyed it. Watch that video. Okay, we're looking at inexpensive Schecter guitars with my friend Mickey Vega from Spain. Schecter C6 Pro, I don't have that. That was just here for the video. For the pricing, great guitars. I'm always looking for good value for the beginner or the guy that wants a second, third guitar, or that can't afford more than $1,000 or $652 in this case. Schecter does have good value there. This was one of the new guitars from Ibanez for 2019. I really like this. I think it was a Prestige. Reversed headstock, great pickups, everything about this guitar was just fun. 17,000 clicks on that. Okay, so Houston Kettner was one of the Namm sponsors, and we made a video of how to get to their booth, which was way away from all the other guitar stuff. And so they sponsored me and said, look, all we want from you is make a video, release it during the first day of Namm so people can fucking find us. Yeah, that's what we did. So Namm setup and walkthrough, I do that every year on the first day, on the Wednesday when people are still setting up, and kind of like, peeking behind the curtain, if you want to see that. The Deep 6 version 3 was one of the new pedals to be released for Namm. Deep 6, as always. Do I still have that? I don't think so. Because, how many compressors does one need? Here's a funny video with Steve from Boston. Steve from Boston and I walk around the Ibanez booth and check out all the new Ibanez stuff. And Steve and I, we had a great time. And then we ran into Fluff, and I used that as a clickbaity thumbnail. Here, so Laney had new pedals releasing at Namm, and we showed them the Steel Park, the Monolith, and the really, really good Secret Path Reverb. So all three, I don't have them, they took them with them. And I gotta say, they took the pedals with them. They said thank you and didn't ever pay for any videos. So 3 free videos for Laney. You're welcome, Laney. Thanks for offering nothing. Here another one of the Schecter series. I don't have that guitar, I went back to Schecter. But that's a kick-ass guitar. Looks pretty HSS. It plays well. A little bit of a metal look. Banshee Extreme, good thing. Same thing for this Prestige Ibanez. Fishman pickups. That's the guitar that Steve from Boston fell in love with. Great axe. I don't have it. Here, Noble's ODR1 Mini. Get an ODR1. Get an ODR1 Mini. It's just one of those boosts, one of those creamy overdrives. That's a staple on many pedal boards, and it should be, and they're dirt cheap. I do have that somewhere. Don't ask me. I might have the big ones. I don't know. I definitely have an ODR1. I'm not getting rid of it. Here we're looking at the new D20 little preview with Sean Tubbs. I need to do more videos with Sean. Great guy. So we're looking at the Cab M from Namm. We're looking at some Keeley pedals from... Hello? Oh, I'm at the top here. Looking at Keeley pedals from Namm. And then there's affordable bass multi-effects, which I can't scroll to. Wait. There. And, in February, affordable bass multi-effects. So they're the same ones that you can get for guitar, but the bass versions. So now I gotta go back 50 videos. Okay. Here's Fender at Namm, where I'm bitching about the Acoustasonic and a couple of other things, which interestingly didn't get in the way when Fender contacted me later in the year and said, let's do videos. And they're very, very accommodating when it comes to doing videos on YouTube. They pay a fair price. They leave instruments. Fender is starting to work with us in a very fair way. And they let me say what I want to say and still consider it valuable content because it's informing content to you. So, hat off to Fender. I was quite bitchy in this video, and it didn't ruin the relationship. So that's great. Thomann safe case. How safe is the Thomann safe case? How do I... Here we go. It's extremely safe. It's the one to get, $115. Killer gig bag. Watch that video where I throw it off. Well, where I throw it everywhere. Oshkosh Aluminum Guitars, they said they would get me a guitar after Namm. Never happened. But interesting guitars for ridiculous amounts of money. Here's the Reese Lightning, which I might still have on Reverb. Check it out or not. Completely insane fuzz. Utterly insane destruction. But fun. This is a fun video with Jen where she reacts to Chase Bliss. So you don't actually hear any Chase Bliss pedals, but I'm playing stuff for Jen, and you see her reaction to these crazy pedals. Joel is an evil genius. Or actually very nice genius. Here we have the Lilo Dallas multi-scale guitar review. It's one of those new Fishman equipped, I think, yeah. Ibanez multi-scale 7 strings. Killer guitar for the money. I think this is from the Axiom label. Here's a first look at the Waza tube amp expander from Boss, which way later in the year I did a 5 video series on. Here's a video from Ernie Ball Music Man where the rep shows me loads of strings and capos. I'm like, dude, show me the guitars. And here are picks. Dude, show me the guitars. Here are ukulele strings. Dude, show me the guitars. Let's see if this year they're going to show me the guitars. Well, they showed me the guitars later. But of course, they wanted to do their whole pitch. I don't like it when they go through the whole catalog text. Our new Pro line picks are manufactured to the standard. I'm like, dude, just be a man. Just be yourself. Be a musician. Talk to me like a normal person. Show me what gets you going here at the booth. What do you think is interesting? So, 9,500 clicks, that's cool. My Life with Triad Orbit. That is a clickbait thumb. That's Rafael Cano's sister. Thelia, she's a lovely, lovely lady, and she can sing. That's a video I did for Triad Orbit, showing how I use all their stuff. And I offered to put it on my channel too, because on their channel nobody clicked on it. I love my Triad Orbit stuff. So here are the new zooms from Namm. The preview, which then later in the year we looked at. Then the Wizard of Pitch is just fucked up. I put that on reverb immediately because I have no need for a pedal like this. And it went like this. So there's loads of people who want the fucked up pedals. Watch that video if you want to see me struggle. But it's fun. It's different. So here we have the Sono. Is Guillaume in this video? No. Guillaume's Torpedo is in it. Little preview of the Sono from Audient, which I later in the year reviewed. Here's another affordable Schecter, 326. Does the job. What else do you want? Hanging around the Vola booth with Josh Allen, Robert Baker, and, loads of fun people at Vola. Great guitars, really great guitars. Here was me throwing Gibson a bone and doing a video from the booth and saying, look, Gibson's trying, Gibson's cool, Gibson's here to say we're back with a bang. And then they fucked it up with Authentic Gate. So I'm saying it now. I'm gonna say it again. What? I'm like, what's happening here? There's a copyright strike in this video because music's playing in the background. If they put 50 grand on my table and said, can you review this Epiphone or whatever, I'd go, how about you go and fuck yourself authentically? So, not gonna happen. I only work with companies that I can support ethically, and I need to be able to look in the mirror, and what they are doing is just wrong. It's corporate America at their worst. So, moving on. Another one of those Axiom label RGs. That's exactly the one that, this exact guitar is the one that Jen Majura now plays with Evanescence. This is a video where very few things happen and it's just pointless, but I love those pointless videos with Dan Steinhardt, who I met at Namm, who apparently touches my head. TC Brainwaves, if you want something that's kind of whammy-ish, with a little bit of foot control. Decent pedal, and I think I still have that somewhere over there, because who knows when you need that. Eastman video from Namm. You go to the trade shows, you go to the people you like. I love Ham and the other guy that I can't remember. They sent me a Christmas card. The distributor from Eastman in Europe sent me a Christmas card, hand-signed. Look, that's how you treat people. That is super nice. Thank you, Eastman team. Great instruments, amazing value. And I love to go to people that, are nice. So, not Gibson. Those are amazing alternatives to the Authentic brand. And then Ernie Ball sent me a whole bunch of those accessories that they showed me so happily at Namm. Cables are pretty damn nice. All of it was very nice in the bag. Here's my mom throwing the acoustic safe case of the balcony and downstairs, and my mom just had way too much fun and broke the guitar. Watch that. Grover Jackson's workshop, where they make the Friedman guitars. So Grover and I, we walk around and we're silly. And talking about Eastman, here we go. There, the SB59 arrived. What an amazing instrument at under $2,000. The G just can't pull that off. Really, really well done. Well done, Les Paul. Complete craziness at the OWC booth. They make accessories. So this is completely insane with Andy, and it's funny. Here are the XL Ibanez's for 2019. Long scale Ibanez, ridiculously huge sound. Check that out. It's just so massive. I don't have any of these. They took them back. That's called an eye on Namm setup day being silly. Here's the Moai Maya, which is a minus and plus octave thing from KMA killer pedal. Here we're talking about the new Lewitt mics, which are about this tall and this, and they're very affordable. You get a stereo matched pair for $200 of the 040. Great mics. And later on with Alex Naslar from Gear Gods, I'm comparing them. Here's another Schecter. Again, for under $500, you can't go wrong. That also went back. My typical Earthquaker video, no one's at Earthquaker. They don't really send me stuff. I don't work with Earthquaker. I don't quite know why they don't like me, but they don't. But I still go to the booth and show you what's new. Engel pedal giveaway, killer pedals. Here my mom says who won the Zoom stuff. Marshall Studio Classics. Interestingly, Marshall doesn't do YouTube. They don't want to. They're saying, well, we got Slash, we got Paul Gilbert, we got all these guys. Why do we need YouTubers? So they might be right. But the German distributor wants to work with YouTubers, and that is why they did send the JCM 800 Mini or the is it SC20, and then the SC20H and the Studio. I don't know. I have the SC20H, which is the mini plexi. Killer. So there they said, yeah, we don't do anything, but then the distributor did, and that's really cool. Here's my 2000s this video, which is 4 hours and 18 minutes long, where I'm just saying, this is video number 2000, and then it's literally 4 hours and 16 minutes of animals at the end, where I literally put all the animals at the end in one video, and 3,000 people clicked on it. And then, here's the Studio Classics unboxing. See what I do, I film all this stuff at Namm, but then keep it back until I actually have the products in my hand, and then I do the Namm video 2 or 3 days later, the actual unboxing or the actual review, which makes the Namm video much more relevant. Let me just check if it's still recording here. Looks like it. Here another boutique amp distribution workshop with with Avi, the boss trying to kill me with the forklift. It's always fun to do those. Here a little announcement about Thomann Synth Reactor, where I will be and what it's gonna be. Dwarfcraft devices, Ghost Facts, a totally crazy Dwarfcraft pedal again, and I put it on Reverb and it's sold like this. So people like the crazy shit. They do. Here's just a little video announcing that, that I clicked on more ads for the videos because, need to feed the dogs. And that you should follow me on Instagram. By the way, follow me on Instagram because companies look at that stuff. Here's crazy Ryan Burke and me at Aristides at Namm. I love the videos that I do early in the morning and Ryan is there and it was so fun, and I hope we do that again 2020. It's about 12 days and then I fly, which is, I don't want to. Another Axion label. This one's beautiful. This one was so much fun to play, this Ibanez. Reversed headstock, beautiful gray Fishman pickups. Nothing not to love about this instrument. Here's us hanging out at Thomann Synth Reactor, the whole team, in the evenings, just being silly. Fibonacci from Namm, totally fun, amazing guitars. It doesn't get more beautiful than those. So here's my first video for the Torpedo Cab M. I did a massive 5-part series, so if you need to know anything or everything you want to know about this pedal, there's my series. Starting on the 18/3, so March 18th. Oh god, a lot of videos. Hanging out with the crazy Reinhold Bogner and Pete Thorne at Namm. Looking at the Torpedo software. Here's Schnobeltone and his pedals that he does from Namm. There's the iPad app of the Torpedo Cab M. Now we're looking at, we're signing all the, that's all the 42 HP42 signature guitars in one produced track. And then telling you how you get your HP42 signature guitar, because we only had 42 and we wanted to make it fair. Okay, we've got the video how to use the Cab M with actual amps, which is pretty damn cool. Showing you how you can clamp it on an amp on the back. Here we're setting up Leslie's new control room, which is way nice, and it got a lot bigger later in the year for obvious reasons. You know, reasons. Last one of the Cab M videos. 2 Cab M's in stereo. Here I'm chatting with Andy Wood at Namm about him and I playing Destiny. We totally nerd out and it has nothing to do with guitars. Here's the unboxing of the Rev D20. And I'm laughing because it's white. And I didn't see that at the bottom it says, built for Henning and not Tubbs. Sean Tubbs has a blue one that says, built for Tubbs, not Henning. So that's pretty funny. Here Ryan and I, we look at solar guitars, even though Ryan has zero interest in metal, so that's pretty funny. Here's a crazy sub-decay pedal, which again I also put on reverb, sold immediately. Weird kind of computery octave thing, but really good. When I sell something, it doesn't mean it's not good, it just means I have no use for it. Here we're looking at the Thorpe pedal, the new one, the deep organ. Things happened till then, after that. But that's a little video from the booth. Thank you, Cheddar Kung Po, for running around with me this year and doing that. 2020, I have Cheddar helping me, but I didn't want him to sacrifice that much time. So I'm flying in Harry Holden to help me out. And also my friend Sophia from Vegas is going to come and help us out a bit. And we're going to run around with a little posse, making videos with a crazy new setup back there. Oh, there. It's insane. Okay. Here's a review of the Maybach Lester, which is a ridiculously amazing alternative to Gibson Custom Shop at half the price. So if you're in the market, check this out. Oopsie. Matthews Effects. Later in the year, I am reviewing all of them. This is me hanging out with Rick Matthews and being silly. Great guy, great pedals. Nothing that's not to love about that. Stump Trap, little things to put on your pedal board. I have them on the pedal board down there. You can clamp down pedals without screwing them in. Great idea, and something to check into if you're into pedal boards. So this is the Achilles Argos. A fantastically, amazingly, beautifully built JTM 45 with modern features, but still the sound that you expect from that amp. Killer. It's down there. Amazing amp. So here I'm comparing the Orange Pedal Baby versus the Seymour Duncan Power Stage. Let's see which one's better. You decide. I do not have the Pedal Baby. I did sell that, and the guy actually wanted me to sign it. It went to Belgium, I think. Here's Diamond Guitars. Pretty damn amazing guitars for the money. Again, video with Ryan Burke. Here I'm looking at the tube cabs. Super lightweight cabs made out of pipe. That could be interesting for you. Hanging with Justin from GraphTech is always ridiculously funny. So if you just want a cool people hanging out video talking about lubricating nuts, that's the way to go. The Tact, I just sold a killer strange fuzz with 3 gain knobs. But very crazy. Then we hang out with Brian Wampler here, and it's just a hangout, funny video. Here we're running around Thomann and showing who gets to buy the Harley Benton guitar. 42 people could. Walrus Audio Slow, one of the most popular pedals of the year, for good reason, because it's freaking awesome. I did sell mine, and then I did the Thomann video for the Slow, so I had one on the table again, and I was like, oh my god, why did I sell it? Big mistake. And Colt from Walrus Audio was kind enough to offer to send me another one, which I will hang on to, because if you want the soundscapes, that's the way you do it. Amazing pedal. This is Sammy Bowler and I at the Friedman booth, being completely silly and saying Friedman invented the clean sound. stupid video. Here's the Monument version 2. Monument was a big tremolo pedal from Walrus Audio. Now they made it smaller. Nothing else happened, but it's smaller and it's still good. Keeley Synth 1 is a synthy pedal that does monophonic synth sounds. Does it okay? I sold it because, again, I don't have need for that. But if you want to do sounds with the guitar, that's the pedal to get. By now, Matthews Effects hit the market, and I'm reviewing all of them, and they are so damn good. I'm actually reviewing them with some of them with John Brown, who stopped by, and I'm so happy to have met him, and I really consider him a friend. It's always a pleasure to hang out with John, because he's a silly motherfucker. So I did put up the Matthews pedals for sale. Haven't sold all of them. Again, I can't keep everything. It doesn't mean that I don't need them. It's just I have so many pedals. I mean, even just putting them somewhere would be a problem. Here are all the custom shop ridiculous Ormsby guitars that they brought for Namm. Of course, they're showing off. You know, nobody can really afford those, but it's fun to point them in the camera, and we're probably going to do that at 2020 again. This is another crazy Matthews Effects pedal. The Matthews Effects Astronomer. Amazing reverb. So this is looking at hacks from guitars at Namm, and later in the year we actually reviewed some of them. Great guitars for the money, no question about that. Here is my Seymour Duncan video of the Dark Sun that I did with John Brown. Of course, the Dark Sun being the Periphery guys delay, then John Brown being from Monuments. It was really interesting because John could actually get us a lot of those genty kind of cleans and all the stuff that Mark Holcomb would do. So that was a really cool review to do together with him. Here's the Chemist, which I think is their modulation pedal. Again, Matthews Effects. Bang for the buck, can't beat it. 13,000 clicks on a little video I did with my cell phone at Musikmesse saying it's failing. And it is. Musikmesse is dead. Done. I'll go this year, I'll go next year again for like an hour, eat a sausage, come back. I want to see what they're doing, but it's going to be very sad. So here I'm reviewing the John Brown Duval Katsi. God, what a very specific guitar. No low end, ultra bitey, not for playing solos, but it is the modern gent masterpiece guitar. It is ridiculously good if you want to play modern metal, which is why I have one that you can't see right here. Because I played it upstairs. I love playing that guitar for practice. It's just so easy to play, but also I'm technically not allowed to show it to you because they haven't officially released it. I have a prototype. Here's another clone pedal, which is pretty much 2 settings in one. Matthews Effects, Architect, absolutely killer. John Brown has a video for that as well. Here I'm talking with Paul Chuck from CIOKS about the DC7 and what has changed in pedal power supplies. Very good video. He explains a lot between switching power supplies and all that stuff. Insane custom pedals from Jam Pedals from Namm. Watch it. Funny video, and also some really cool custom stuff. And here's the Whaler, which is a fuzz, which I think I sold. I think. But Matthews, killer. This was one of the funniest videos I think I've ever done, and it got 1,600 views, which is, you always think like, oh my god, this is the thing that's gonna break the internet, and then nobody gives a shit. And then you make a little video at Musikmesse with your phone, and that gets more clicks. None of my videos get a lot of clicks, because, well, they're my videos. But this is ridiculous, because Nick Huber pretends to be Jens Ritter, and Jens Ritter pretends to be Nick Huber, and it's funny as fuck. Oh my god, I laughed so hard making it and editing it. I think it's the funniest thing ever. Those two guys are so cool, and none of you cared. So, fine, okay. Here's another MP custom effects with me on it. The Gainiac Plus killer pedal. Sennheiser's XSW Namm video. Again, I hold off on that video until I actually have the product in my hand, and then 2 or 3 days later, I can give you the actual review. XSW wireless system, really cool. More affordable range of their wireless systems for instruments and mics. Here's Dave and Sammy, Dave Friedman and Sammy Bowler, not letting me into the video where they're showing all the Friedman guitars, and those guys are so much fun to hang out with. And the joke was that they're taking over and don't let me into the video. Here I'm looking at John Brown's lesson channel, Riff Hard, and I'm actually taking some lessons. He's in the back giving some comments. I love that video. Love John. If you want to know how to play modern heavy rhythm, check out Riff Hard. Tried Orbit video from Namm. We always do that. Here's what I said, the Manticore V2 versus the hand-wired V1. If you want to know which one is for you. Quick chat with Orianthe, which was very strange. Dude, you've got 4 minutes to do a video, and then there's her security, and then she doesn't know what's going on. She has no idea who I am. And then there's her boyfriend and her manager, and they're all looking at me as if like, it wasn't a very relaxed atmosphere, and I don't really thrive in that environment. To me, she's just another guitar player who's great, okay? I don't go like, oh my god, I'm in the presence of greatness. I don't work like that. Bogner Extra Mini Blue, probably one of the best pedals of the year or ever. Absolutely phenomenal. Does a shit ton. Watch that video if you are in the market for an amazing overdrive distortion. SN20H, that's the mini JCM. Absolutely amazing amp. It's missing a little bit of the low end of the big JCM. I don't have the small one because I have the big one. So for in Europe, $1,000. In America, Marshall is pretty expensive now. The big one, the JCM 800, is $3,000, which is fucking ridiculous. Don't buy a JCM 800 for $3,000. Buy them used. The small one is still quite pricey for what it is, but it does a good job. Here we're looking at Bad Cat amps. They wanted to send me something, but they haven't, so I can only offer. And here's the SV20H. The Mini Plexi, which I have used extensively throughout the year. They left it here. They did pay for the videos, which was very kind. And they also left the amp. And I'm very glad they did, because it's really good. If you're looking for a Plexi that's a little bit more manageable, still doesn't have a master volume, it's killer. With pedals, it's an amazing amp. Definitely one of the amps. If I could only keep 5, I would probably keep one of those. And here's another video where you think, oh my god, that should take off. Look at the thumbnail, it's a little Mario Kart track. And I bought a 9-bot go-kart, and I set up 7 cameras to just film a little bit of us driving around in the driveway, having loads of fun. Yeah, 2,000 clicks. You would think that's one of those, virally kind of videos. I don't know how to do those. It's saying, I have no idea. Literally, I'm like, thumbnail? Mario Kart fun? Go-kart? No. No clicks. Here's a different video, different angles, stuff like that. I don't get it. And then the Schecter video from Namm, which is only 15 minutes long. And that, of course, got 14,000 hits. Yes, I do have a lot of videos. Bogner Mini Red. There we go. For me, almost as good as the blue one. It kind of picks up where the blue one leaves off. I think the blue one, to push an amp further, is better. The Bogner Red Mini by itself is better. They're both phenomenal pedals. I wouldn't sell them. Love these things. Check them out. They're not They're not super expensive. They're not ultra boutique. Absolutely killer. Now here's one of my favorite videos of the year, because I bought one of those 9-bot. S1, max speed 20 kilometers, range like, I don't know, 20 kilometers, something like that. And I practiced with it for weeks, and I was looking at videos of the big one, the Z1, and I was like, no, the Z10. I was like, 45 kilometers an hour, 100 kilometer range? Who the fuck is insane enough to buy this? It's a death machine. And I made fun of the people who ride them. And then I bought one. And I do not regret it at all. It was one of the best decisions ever, because it got me out of the house in the summer. Every day I was taking trips for an hour, 2 hours, doing 40-kilometer trips. I learned the whole area so much better. All the back roads, going through the woods, and just, I had so much fun exploring the area that I grew up in a whole different way, running around on one silly wheel. So if you want to know what this thing does and what it feels like, watch this video where I'm running around with the GoPro. It's $2,000, but it's worth every penny. It does take a long time for you to get comfortable on it, but now it literally feels like second nature. Killer thing. But don't ride it without stuff on. We looked at OWC at Namm. Now here's me showing you the new OWC dock, which replaced my old one, which I hated, which really fucked up all the time. This thing is very, very good. I love the Thunderbolt 3 dock from OWC. Here's the Jam Pedals Pink Flow. An amazing pedal. Yeah, I know, it's $1,000, but it has a lot of jam pedals in one. If you bought them individually, it would be a lot more. Do I still have it? Yes, I do. I was supposed to send it back, but then I offered them I said, look, if you let me keep it, I use it for the whole campaign album, which is great, because we're using it on the Campaign Like Clockwork album as our main source for overdrive, compression, chorus, all the most of the delays, actually, not all of them, but most of the delays, because that kind of gives all the songs like a signature sound, which is, instead of going to all the pedals that I have, let's use a Pink Flow, and that kind of unifies the album, and it's working. Okay, AC Guitars from Scotland. Super funny guy that builds them. Really cool guitars, really cool concept with a sandwich. Watch the video if you want to see some just people having fun talking about guitars. So here's the actual Sennheiser XS wireless. They're between $199 and $399 depending on which set you get. You can get them for guitar, you can get them for a lav, you can get it with lav, you can get it with a handset, you can get it only to use with other dynamic mics. Loads of options, all combinable with each other. I have a whole bunch of sets when I go to film on location or around here. I use them. I do have the higher range system, the AVX, which I use at Namm. And they were honest enough to say, look, if you go to Namm, don't use the XSW, because there's so much traffic, so much Wi-Fi and 2-point-something G traffic that it's not gonna work. So leave them at home. Don't even put them in your suitcase. But for most situations, playing gigs and all that stuff, or doing reports somewhere where you're close to the camera, absolutely great, and you don't have to spend a lot of money on a wireless set. And you can also combine it with others. So If you're in the need for something wireless, check out the XSW. It's a dependable set. And they also sponsored a lav set for every YouTuber at Gear Street, which was very nice. Here's an unreleased video, just the track for the D20. Using CatNat Namm. I'm just showing the tube clock because I've had shown everything else. And I love the tube clock. And I said, you know, get me one of those. And at Gear Street, they actually gifted me a tube clock, which you can't get anymore. It's fun. I love my tube clock. Here's Leslie, who really doesn't like metal, reacting to Monuments, which at times is very, very metal-y. So that was a fun little video. Load the torpedoes, periscope depth, I think. Well, I'm looking at the Rev D20, and here's something amazing that happened. It didn't have enough headroom for me. As a pedal amp, I was like, oh, I wish it had more headroom and took some stuff without distorting. And then Derek shows up here before he went to TGU with an updated version. They had about a week between this video and the release. They watched the video, talked to a couple of other people. All of a sudden, because of what I said, they were like, yeah, he's kind of right. And then they made the amp better. That's what can happen if you have honest videos. And I'm not just honest for you, I'm also honest, well, for the companies. Because when they do crap and everyone tells them, it's great, it's great, it's great, but it actually isn't, it's not helping them. So everyone, if they have a shitty product, let them know. Let them know in the comments. Yes, I'm getting paid for my videos, but I will not sacrifice my integrity. Ever. It doesn't serve anyone. There's this little video I did with my Edelkrone slider that's for cameras, showing how you can remote control mics if you put it on it. It's just a funny little thing. Here I'm hanging with Michael Spalt, who tells us an amazing story about this $42,000 guitar. $42,000? Yes. Expensive guitar. But Michael Spalt makes masterpieces of guitars. So it actually kind of started a dialogue with them, and I think there will be more with Spalt on the channel. So here's the Sennheiser in-ear system, which I'm checking out with Alex Nasla from Gear Gods. Fun video. How do you test in-ears? You don't. You just watch us having fun. Pro Analog Devices Strident. I still have that, one of the best boosts out there. It takes your amp, gives you more of it without doing anything to the sound. Great. Fully featured Synth Madness. That's about the C4 from Source Audio, which I have on the table over there to review. So that's not coming in 2020. But it's going to be a very complex video because we're looking at the full editor, which is a, 4-voice synth or something like that. It's crazy. For guitar, by the way. Here we're starting a series on the Hagströms, which are, look at that guitar. Is it the Ultra Max? Sweet Ultra Max. Such a beautiful satin. Great. If this is the price range you're looking at, $600-700, check out Hagström. Really, really cool. Here, Melissa Henderson and I were checking out Prestige Guitars, beautiful Axis. Here's where I'm building a majorly, ridiculously huge rack for the video room, which is now a totally different beast. I now have 20 inputs and outputs for 4K. I have actually 40 ins and outs on a router. It's a completely crazy video system now. And you see me build the new rack to get to everything easier. The new Music Man Majesty. For some reason, Music Man really wants to push Majesty, Majesty, Majesty. And there you go. That's what they're doing. And I made a video where I pretend not to know who John Petrucci is. Some people are actually believing me. I've done an album with James LeBrie from Dream Theater. How would I not know who John Petrucci is? He's one of my freaking heroes. He watched the video. He thought it was funny. Some of you are not getting it. Joe Morgan has a small one. I don't think this thing hit the market yet. At least I haven't heard about it. A little 5-watt Morgan amp. It's pretty much a little 5-watt Vox to be taken around and actually have a realistic, really usable amp as a pedal platform, but that's very portable. I don't know if that's out, and if it is, I don't know why I haven't reviewed it. This is a funny little video. I love these, and no one else gives a shit. Where Sammy and I sit in the Friedman booth, and you get a feel for what it's like to be at Namm on day 3. Alex Nasser and I are reviewing the Lewitt, the really tiny one, and we're really comparing it to the high-end stick mic, the 340, and we're checking out with different guitar, vocal, pan flute, which is a really funny scene, to see which one, how the cheap ones actually stack up to the more expensive one. So then we have ISP Technologies with a really, really fun CEO. Shell Waller was very funny and accommodating in that video. And then there's Robert Baker, and for some reason, I'm licking him. I don't know. It's a funny video. In this video, I pretend not to know who Jerry Cantrell is. And again, some people are buying it. They're like, how can you not know it hasn't changed, man? Apparently, I'm a very good actor. I don't get it. That's a phenomenal amp. Sadly, I did get paid for the video. The amp had to go on to the next reviewer. I do have big Friedman amps, but that Double J Junior amp is very good. Phil McKnight talked about selling his Runt and selling his Pink Taco because he liked the Double J Junior very much. I actually organized for him to get that sent for a video because they asked me who should have it. I'm like, look, Phil's the guy for that. It's a great amp. If you want those sounds, get it. So Derek from Rev stopped by with the improved D20. We had fun laughing our ass off about Guillaume's torpedo and made stupid penis jokes. It was funny. And the amp got better. I have the better version now with more headroom on the clean channel. It's a great pedal platform. You see it in many, many, many videos. Not just on my channel. Harry Potter guitar. Well, that little symbol looked like it. It's a Hagström. Don't ask me what it's called. Ava, something like that. Alva. It says it right there. See, if I could read, that would help. So yeah, this body is hollow. It's the Alva. Killer bang for the buck. Price, Leistung, as we say in Germany, Preis, Leistung, price, delivery, whatever, very, very good. Here talking to Kevin from Seymour Duncan about pickups and pedals and just being silly around the Seymour Duncan booth. So this is me looking at the CIOKS DC7, which is literally the one power supply I use. I have one on the table. I've got one in the drawer over there if I need to do anything in the room. And for Gear Street, we had a couple. So I have, I think, 3 more if I need to do anything anywhere. CIOKS DC7, it will handle about everything that you could throw at it. And now they have the DC4, which extends it even further. Does it gent? Do I gent? Well, I try. John Brown shows me some genty stuff. Could be fun. Oh, 10,000 clicks. Wow. So we're looking at Mayonnaise at Namm. Made sense after the John Brown video. Amazing guitars. Synergy Syn 50. That head is right there. And I like the Synergy stuff. In the Syn 50, for me, that's where they belong. Oh my god, I only have 2 modules. I only have the OS and the BB, the BEBB. But oh my god, I have this on all the time. I have it on all the time so much that I never turn it off. That's the one thing I hate about this fucking thing, that you cannot see that it's on. There's no light on it. The only way to see that it's on is that the tiny little LED on the channel is on. And I told them this, I'm like, it needs a light. There are weeks, literally weeks, where it's on, and I don't know about it. A, it's eating up a lot of my electricity, and B, it's not good for the tubes. So, it absolutely should have a big-ass light. That Synergy logo should light up. So, what do I think about the Syn 50? Phenomenal, but it bugs me because I cannot see that it's on. And that's important when you want to turn it off, to know that it's on. So yeah, please fix that synergy. Damn it. It was on for days. Using Kettner, Black Spirit, loads of stuff in a tiny package. And now they have it in a combo, which is ridiculously loud, ridiculously big sounding. If you need a lot of flexibility, nothing amazing. None of the sounds can beat any other sound that I have there, okay? It's not my go-to amp. No, it's not. The Black Spirit is great because it's got a DI out, and it gets loud, and it's got 4 channels, and it's got effects, and it's got a noise gate, and it's got MIDI capability, and Bluetooth with an iPad. It's got all that. None of it is better than anything else. It's all okay. So if you need a lot of flexibility and all doable, that's fine. If you need something really good, it's not where you would go. Those McMulls I played at Namm were utterly ridiculous. Doesn't get better. I had ridiculous fun. Here's a little fun video I did with Dylan from Hosa, where we talk about him doing social media and being, you know, the guy that does that for them. And then we talked about Andy, and I asked Andy to do some green screen stuff, and the stuff he did was so ridiculously funny. So for half the video, Andy is sitting next to us and doing ridiculous things. It's fun. Now, it got 2,000 clicks. The videos that I sit here and go like, oh my god, this is like, you know, this is the shit. And then you put him shaving himself in the thumbnail, yet, no. I mean, I don't really do the clickbaity titles. You'll never believe what happened here. So that you have to click on it to see what happened there. Maybe I should be an ass and do clickbaity titles. The less the thumbnail and the title shows you, the more apparently you click on it. Do you want the clickbaity titles? Because I'll do it. I do care, actually. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be an ass. The purest tone ever. See, that got 10,000 clicks, or 9,000. A pedal that does nothing. It was the Coma Tone from the Shy Boys to advertise their album campaign. Audience Sono. I do still have the Coma Tone, by the way. Which literally is just a bypass pedal. Audience Sono has a torpedo kind of reduced built in and a preamp, but it's more like a console preamp. Honestly, I think it's a fail. As an interface, okay. As a guitar interface, it could have been so much more. But it isn't. There are better ways to record your instrument. Realistically, yes. So here we're having a little bit of a discussion about the validity of their new product at Mission Engineering, and I don't think I've seen this product come out because it's very expensive and a very narrow target audience. I didn't get what it's supposed to do. The comments are all like, why? Who needs this? So I'm hoping that this was a video that helped Mission Engineering to gauge their target audience and whether or not that's a product that actually makes a lot of sense for them. Again, another killer guitar from Hagström. That's the Ghost signature guitar. The Thomann, that's what it's called. Great instrument for the money if you need something very unique. Now, I was very flattered when Trevor Wilkins, the genius behind a lot of modern hardware, walks up to me at Namm and says he watches my videos and very much enjoys them. I don't know how much bullshit that is or not, but he's such a genuine guy and such a lovely, lovely gentleman. So that was the first video we did together at Namm. And he knows so much, and he's so kind. I really loved doing that. And we did a new one in Mannheim later in the year. And I just really liked the guy. So, I mean, Wilkins and hardware is synonymous with great shit. So, if you want to know something about his... 10,000 clicks, wow. About his new locking trem, it's there. The Mood. One of the crazy pedals of 2019. I still have it. I do not sell my Chase Bliss pedals. And it's a crazy looper that does things with looping. I don't even know anymore what it does. I could tell you, but I actually can't. It's just fucketed, uppeted. However, that's the track I did with it. It's the mood music. I actually used it in a track. In what track did I use that in? Was that one? I'm gonna go with it was one of the campaign tracks, which doesn't show up here because it's a live stream. Which means we have to look at the live stream separately. Yeah, but that pedal is amazing. One of the best-selling pedals apparently on Reverb. Pedal number 2. Well, number 1 was slow, number 2 was mood, I think. Here's the Engel Savage module for the Synergy system. Kicks ass. Kicks serious ass. I sadly don't have one. But I have an Engel Savage. Right there. So I don't need that module. Just hanging out with Patrick Hunter at Namm. New Chicken Pigs at Namm. I always film with Ebo Franken from Chicken Pigs. Why not? Here is the mood video. Yeah, there's a lot to know, and I called it 9% of what you need to know about the mood, even though it's 57 minutes long. Yeah. Here's the video about Oopsie, the guitar that was falsely ordered based on my signature model from Harley Benton. They all sold out really quickly, and that video got a lot of clicks. Every time I do something about the signature guitar, bam, clicks for some reason. Here's a video about Devin Townsend's signature Prestige acoustic from Namm, where he throws my mic away. Here's John Brown and I at Houston Kettner, looking at the combo, kind of a fun hang. Some stories from Mike Soldano about his amps, and him talking about now being with Boutique Amps Distribution, actually having sold Soldano to Boutique Amps Distribution, but still having a lot of input. And I think we'll hear a lot more about that this year when the amps actually hit the market. Then Glenn Fricker spent a week at my place, and I looked at his cock blocker, which is a great gate. Great gate. Guy from Red Layer Guitars makes insane guitars. They're more works of art for the 8-9 string fan Fred Genty guy. Ultra modern, ultra heavy, but complete works of art. If you just want to look and see some stunning guitar details, that's the video. I should cut together a lot of like stunning guitar stuff from my videos, because I have talked to quite a few luthiers that make ridiculous stuff. So, and there we go. Harley Benton baritone. I had that thing here for half a year, and then finally the video hit. Rafa wrote a track for that, so we have a really beautiful song in that video. If you're into lower range acoustics, that guitar is amazing. I don't have it. Who has it? Oh, I did buy it from Harley Benton and sold it to Moritz, who really wanted that. Great guitar. Here I offered Ibanez to do a series of videos for free because I wanted to show you some cheaper Ibanez guitars, and they always commission videos in the higher range of guitars because they want to show their good stuff. I'm like, no, we need to look at the affordable stuff too. So I said, don't pay me, but send me some guitars. And they went back, so I got nothing for them, but you got some videos. So guitar for $600. It does the job. It's an Ibanez. It's kind of pretty. The XIO from IK Multimedia, a much better guitar-oriented interface than the Sono. It's a good interface. I still have it. And where actually did it go? I have it. Is it still at my mom's place? Because I think we used that for Tom James for Gear Street. Okay, moving on. Here I meet Avi Shea Shabbat for the first time, and now I have a Shabbat guitar on the wall there. What a stunning instrument. That video is still coming up. What a great guy. And Jason Lawler, the pickup guru, he looks like a guru. They're hanging out and we're hanging out and we're just having a stupid time just chatting. Great people. I love to support great guys like that. So thank you, Ari, for your friendship, and thank you, Jason. Looking at the Jam Pedals Double Dreamer, a pedal that I still have. Phenomenal dual tube screamer, stackable. Doesn't really get an awful lot better than that. If you're in the market for something like this, push your amp, don't push your amp. Just a lot of options, and all in the tube screamer realm. Marco Bass Guitars, apparently he's working on something for me for Namm, and I'm really curious to see what they're doing. As far as I know, they said, come to the booth and pick anything from the booth and we're going to send it to you. Which is kind of ridiculous because they have very pricey stuff there. So let's see what happens at Namm. But a funny video with fun people. These are the new Zooms. The G14 and the G1X4. Great pedals. A little bit confusing with the interface. Oh, 34,000 clicks. Wow. You guys rule. But yeah, great for the beginner. Both under $100. Here we have the BEBB. That's the module where you have the BE sounds, but also the Bucks and Betty sounds. So it's ultra clean and freaking monoplexy. It's a module to get if you have a Synergy system. If you ask me, I use it a lot, especially for rhythm stuff. It's the shit. So here, videos that are not released yet. Look at that stuff. Look at that stuff. Lots of Harley Benton acoustics. Yes, you can look forward to those coming out throughout the year. Then we have the Mtg Tube Distortion from Fender. I told Fender that I didn't like their pedals. I thought they were beautifully designed, beautifully looking, feeling, everything great about them, but they missed the mark in terms of sound and usability. And then they sent me two pedals and said, don't make videos, just let us know if we're doing better now. That's kind of cool. And yeah, they did better with that one. So I made a video free of charge, but I did get the pedal. Here we have the Kangra fuzz from Walrus Audio. Crazy filter fuzz for the guitar player from Saturday Night Live. And I, interestingly, have exactly the sweater that matches the pedal, which is very strange. That's... Here we have the Houston Kettner pedal floor pedal amp thing, which I filmed at SpiritCon 2. But I got so much hate for the video that I just took it down. Because I'm critiquing it, because my job is to critique videos. That's what I'm doing here. My job is to critique products. I'm a reviewer. I don't just demo stuff. I'm the voice for you. I look at stuff, I'm like, well, it would have been better if it had this and this and this. It's still good, but I think the floor amp missed its potential. It's a Black Spirit. It's as good as a Black Spirit. It's $100 more than a standard Black Spirit. That's all fine, but I think it's a little bit too big, and blah, 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 blah. And you guys gave me a lot of you gave me a lot of shit for it, which I don't understand, because that's my job. Oh, that guy, Richard, my friend Richard, is so uncomfortable. No, he wasn't. He knew exactly what I was going to say. I told him what I was going to say, and he's like, yeah, okay, let's do that video. But I just didn't want to defend myself anymore, so I took it down. Here's me with, I can't even say his name, from Pendulum. Fun video with someone who's a big guy in the industry. It was a funny video where Graphtech sent me Dry and Glide and like a Canadian English dictionary. It was funny. Here we have another one of those cheaper Ibanez's that I sent back that I did for you guys. Great guitar for $530. Here's the Tube Dreamer, which is part of that Double Dreamer, but if you just need one side of it, you can get the Tube Dreamer. Kick-ass pedal. Not inexpensive, but kick-ass. Synergy OS module is pretty much a Dumble as a Synergy module with the drive and the clean sound. All the controls just like a Dumble, and it hits the mark. Get yourself a synergy system, put that in. You want the dumbly thickness, it's that. Every time I use that in a video for a pedal or whatever, when we get to it, the sound is thicker, rounder, fuller. So if you want that, there you go. You can get that in a synergy system, $400. Trey and I check out another of those pedals that I got from Fender to not make videos for, but then I was like, hey, Fender is cool, the pedal isn't that bad, let's make video for it. So Trey and I from Gear Gods, we check out the Treverb, Treverb, and also compare it to the Strymon Flint. The Flint does kick its butt, but it's also more expensive. I think what Fender misses is the control range on the reverb, the delay, on a lot of these pedals. It's like nothing, too much. It's like, guys, mix, nothing happens. Oh, now I'm finally where I hear something, but I got nowhere to go. It's the sounds are good. The ranges on the knobs are completely off, and I don't know why. Where? No, where? Here we go. Oh, TC Flashback times 4, TC Flashback 2 times 4. Now with the mash buttons, more sounds, more subdivisions, 2 banks, kick-ass pricing. There's literally nothing not to love about that pedal, other than it being very big. And I did sell it because I don't need the big one. I have the little one, which is fine. I mean, how many digital delays does one need? Fender Bass Breaker, bang for the buck, killer. Sound, killer. Fender finally managed to do drive well. It's a thinner, more EL84-ish sound because it's got EL84s. And an absolute alternative to the hot rod. But it's not a hot rod. It's different. It does give you drive. Well built. Nothing to not like about that amp. Here I'm riding one of my mono wheels while playing the pedal board wireless set from Sennheiser. I have one of those on Reverb in case you're interested, because I have 2 of those sets. So the one on Reverb is brand new. It's a kick-ass set, 100 meter range easily, tuner built in, very high-end, very high build quality. Nothing not to love about this. I'm definitely keeping the one I have. Frank Falbo shows me a crazy fretted and non-fretted bass with a cool idea of scale length and all that stuff. We're getting there. At Houston Kettner, Phil McKnight gave me a pedal from his buddy Lawrence Petros, because this is based on the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Someone Else's Problem generator, which is a compressor. So, thank you, Lawrence. Cool pedal. Fender Mustang Lt 25. It's one of those little practice amps. Great for the living room, great for on the go, great for backstage. I like it better than the GT40. $150. Really nothing not to like about this. Here I'm hanging out with a drummer, friend of mine at ESP. Hang out at Namm. Still Namm videos in August, because I do a lot of them. It's pointless to do 70 videos in a week. So as you can see, it's always video from here, video from Namm, video from here, video from Namm. This is how I fill the channel. And I would call it filler material, but a lot of it I personally very much like, because it's about human relationships. X-Tone audio interfaces. Phil McKnight also reviewed this. Cool ideas. Kind of like guitar player-oriented audio interfaces in pedal form to run your iPad, run your phone, run with your computer. It's all good, but being Chinese products, kind of, where's the support? Manual is getting them to run, okay, if you know what you're doing, yeah. If you're a beginner, maybe not. They are decent, and they do the job. Would I use them as my main audio interface? No. Would I use them on a pedal board to play bias effects or do play some MIDI sounds into my system? I absolutely would. The 4 pedal board, recommended. Here's one of the choruses on the market. Jam Pedals Waterfall, which we used on the campaign album quite a bit. in the form of the big pedal, the pink flow. It's built in there. So, and I still have that waterfall. It's a killer chorus. There are a couple of choruses on the market that really do it for me. It's this, it's the deep organ, and it's the Julia from Walrus Audio. So this is a really, really cool pedal. Engel Screamer 2. Don't have that anymore because it was only parked here for the video. Massive amp in terms of not size, but weight and also sound. It's an Engel. It's gigantic, and it does tick a lot of boxes for a combo. Would it be the combo that I play exclusively? No. I need something rounder in the mids. But if you play heavier stuff, that's the shit. Here's a preview for the Swarm, again, in August, and I filmed it at Namm, but whatever. And then later I did a video for the Swarm. This is the Harley Benton acoustic that I broke by my mom throwing it off the balcony, but it's still working. I have that guitar. I'm keeping the guitar. It's a killer acoustic. I would track that thing any day now and not even look back or look at Taylor or Martin. It's a killer guitar, and I wouldn't mind putting that into any professional production. Talking about Gear Street and that it's happening and what it is. Looking at the Laboga DS20. Great 212 combo from Laboga from Poland. Beautifully built, beautifully made. Nice amp. And didn't charge for the video, and it went back after that. I did that as a favor. He wanted to leave the amp. He said, you can keep it. I said, look, I don't have space for combos. Where am I going to put combos? I can't put combos in the room, so I didn't. Here's explanation of what 42 Gear Street was going to be, and I think we nailed it. Bigger version of the Hall of Fame 2 reverb. Again, I sold it because I don't have space for those big ass ones. Great pedal, does, expands what the Hall of Fame 2 can do just a little bit. Engel Wooden Namm. Video about Engel, but with Ben Eller and Andy Wood at the Namm booth. Really fun. Then we have 7-string Ibanez for under $500. I think that's a relevant video for a lot of you. Free of charge. Now we get to a lot of the videos where I'm showing the supporting companies that supported 42 Gear Street. So Hosa sent a lot of cables worth a lot of money because I needed it for loads of room. So thank you, Hosa. You guys have been awesome. So that's where we look at those. Then Zoom sent recorders, which is great. Thank you, Zoom. We got a bunch of Lewitt mics for Gear Street. Everyone got an MTP 440. Thank you, Lewitt, for supporting it and for being officially part of it. That was great. Morley sent Hum Eliminator, which we absolutely needed. Then the Peterson Strobe Tuner is most certainly one of the best things to happen all year. Peterson Strobo Stomp HD. I know it's over $100, but go and get yourself one. Once you get used to what it does and how the strobe works, oh my god, it is the most precise tuner on the market. I love the display, love the tons of modes. It's for any instrument. It's absolutely phenomenal. There's nothing better. It was always polytune. Fuck the polytune. Peterson Strobe Tuner is the way to go. Graphtech sent a lot of stuff, so thank you for being a supporting brand. I got a Starbird from Triad Orbit, which is a huge mic and video stand from Triad Orbit. And you can go 6 meters high, and that allowed me to actually film up in the living room from above. So thank you, Triad Orbit. And here, my friend Henk worked his ass off during Gear Street. He literally did, and filmed a lot of stuff. Ran into Leslie's living room, edited, filmed, edited, and every night we had a new daily recap that he did. And they're beautiful, they're funny, they're not my style, they're his style of editing. So if you really watch them, because they're great. K&M send a lot of guitar stands. Thank you, K&M. They're the best shit out there. They are nitro friendly, all that. So check out this video if you want to see what K&M has to offer and what they did to support 42 Gear Street. So then we have a video where the YouTubers arrive, daily recap, and meet my mom. There's my mom in the picture. That's a fun video of the day leading up to Gear Street. I have a lot of videos. Okay. So that's the video where we show what Sennheiser sent, the XFW system. I already talked about that. This is another, that's I think a video on Friday where all the YouTubers could do whatever they wanted at Gear Street, but a lot of them chose to hang out here and be silly. Chicken Pigs sent stuff for Gear Street. And then there's day one recap, which was funny because Rafa showed up and, we jammed in the backyard, really cool. That's a video for the Mr. Gugu shirt for Gear Street, which you can still buy with the link under that video if you want the really, really crazy, ultra ugly Gear Street shirt with all of our faces on it. Go check out that video, official 42 Gear Street Mr. Gugu shirt. Then there's day 2, day 3 with SE, of course. Then we talk about the auction. There's a video about all the stuff that went on auction. Of course, everything is gone now, but oh my god, all the companies and the YouTubers, they donated stuff, and the shelter got over 20,000 euro based on everything that people donated and everything that you bought. So thank you guys for buying the animal shelter. Otherwise, might have had to close down. They're still struggling right now, but without that, I think they would probably be gone. So you saved them. Here's a video to show you the shelter and show where the money goes. That has no clicks. Okay. And then the last day at Gear Street, really funny video that Hank did. Thank you, Hank. You've been amazing. During Gear Street, my Purple Monster showed up. I'm going to make an extra video about it, but I wanted to unbox it. And Jalen J and I, we're checking her out. What an amazing guitar. Thank you, McMahon. So then we're prepping for Guitar Summit. And during Guitar Summit, I showed up at the Yamaha booth and I did videos for Yamaha produced ahead of time where you could win 2 Helix Stomps. And this is the video that shows you how you could do it. Here we're showing you the one-of-the-kind guitar that you could buy. Aunt Polly from Tone Folks. Tone Folks, the smallest company, donated a guitar worth $3,000. And we made that video so that, someone would buy it. And someone did for $3,000. Amazing. Thank you, Uwe and Robert from Tone Folks. And thank you, dude who bought it. Here's an update for the Line 6 Spider, which was part of the Yamaha videos. This was the lesson for the song where people had to... Wait a second. Lesson for the song that people had to learn to enter the contest, which are... yeah, right, that wasn't listed, that still isn't, but then I made a public one later after the contest. The Helix Revisited, where I seriously fucked up, because that was supposed to be about the new software, and I didn't realize that the one that they sent me didn't have the new software on it, so I'm reviewing the whole thing, talking about the new software, which it didn't have. So, stupid. Now I still have it, and I put the new software on it. It's right there. With the new software, I might have to redo that video at a later date. Pacifica 311 and the 111 and then the 112 and the 311. 112 is okay. 311 is much more okay. Then those all went back, by the way, sadly. Here's the 611, which is a killer guitar for $650. That video has 66,000 views. That's great. Yamaha's happy about that. And it's a good guitar. And yes, they did pay me for those videos. Here, Peter, who has a shop for modern cat furniture, donated over $2,000 of modern cat furniture, which is very high-priced stuff, for the charity auction, and we made a little video showing what he donated, so that, maybe you go and buy some for the animal shelter. Yeah, we do crazy shit here. Yeah, the 320 and the 502, more Yamaha guitars, great instruments. Here, the bigger Rev Stars, borderline $1,000. Very, very cool original guitars, double cuts, very much like him. Here's an updated version of the Walrus Audio, whatever it was called. The one with the kitty fiddler dude, or I don't know what he did. But they've updated the pedal, called it the EB10, and made it better. It's a much better pedal. Here's my rant, where I yell at people that didn't get the Houston Kettner video, which I, after a day, took down, because then everyone's like, oh, you're so great, which, thank you, but I didn't have time to read all the comments. I mean, you know, I took that down. I don't want to be famous for yelling at people. Here's one of those videos that got love and hate, because I'm standing there talking to Thomann like a fellow guitar player about his guitars, and I'm like, you know, do we really need 8 strings? Good question. But obviously, I get a lot of hate because I'm such an awful human being. Such an awful human being. Running on Guitar Summit in Mannheim. I didn't really have any days off, did I? Holy crap. KMA Logan. Great overdrive with sweepable mids with expression pedal. Killer pedal, even without the sweepable mids. Great overdrive. Well done, KMA. And I still have that. Here's the track from the JJ Junior, the Double J Junior. I found that, and I was later, I'm like, hey, why not release that video today? It's cool. Here's one of those Harley Benton acoustic videos, and you saw that I have a couple more on hold, and I released them bit by bit. Great guitar. So this is the Peter Honore signature pedal from Thorpe, where I'm just yelling at Peter for having such a great pedal. It's a gag. The Dane, quite pricey at $300, but oh my god, most certainly one of the overdrives I would put on a board or the table or whatever. By itself or to push an amp, it's phenomenal. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more pricey, but it's absolutely killer. Here's another Namm video, still. By that time, all that stuff was completely old news, but why not? So, you know, I called it old news, but good news. Origin. Here, Rich and I, we talk about the drama of the Houston Kettner video, where everyone said Rich was so uncomfortable, and he's like, no. Pretty funny video. Another one of those John Brown videos here that we did when he was here, which I, again, kept and released bit by bit, where we do my little play that phone number gag, and exercise. Kind of a fun video again. KMA Cirrus. Phenomenal reverb delay with a totally their own spin. This is not your standard reverb and delay. This is different. But beautiful. And I still have that. Source Audio Collider. Probably one of the pedals this year. Delay and reverb combo. Phenomenally done, Source Audio. Probably one of the few pedals that will rival the big Strymons, and that you will find on a lot of pedal boards from now on, because it combines the best of the Ventris and the Nemesis. It's just great. Talking to... Oh no, this is how not to interview people. This is a funny video where I'm doing a lot of crazy shit that you shouldn't do in interviews, because apparently I suck at them. So I combined all the things that I do wrong. It's pretty funny. And not a lot of clicks on that. Here's the Hot Tone Omni IR. Is that the IR loader I would get? No, I wouldn't. It's small, less expensive. It's not the one I would get. Doesn't have power amp stimulation. Here's the song I did for the Yamaha contest just by itself, called Shift. Many people love that. And if you want to learn how to play it, go to the How to Play Shift, the Yamaha contest thing. This is a little fanboy video that Michiel did for Sandberg, where I pretty much stay out of it, and it's fun. Thorpe Fallout Cloud. I'm not into fuzzes. That's a fuzz. That's killer. I have it. I'm not gonna give it up. It's probably the fuzz I'll put on the board if I want something muffy. Here I announced the winner of the Yamaha contest, of all the ones that played it at the Guitar Summit. Here I announced the winner of the Yamaha contest, where people send in their entries internationally. Was a lot of work to put it all together. So many of you did so well, and either the videos were funny or a lot of work, or you just played your butt off. So you guys rule. Completely chaotic video from Schecter, from Guitar Summit, where Andy makes a video for his channel, while I make one for mine, while Cheddar makes one for his. It's just completely... And also we have some Schecter guitars in there. Here I talked to Beyonce's guitar player, Francesca Simone, who I didn't know anything about, and it turned into a really pleasant interview with a great guitar player and just an all-around great and charming person. Then we have the deep organ. It's that chorus that we looked at Namm. I still have it. What a chorus. It's very big, hard to read. You have to polish it off a bit, but it is one of the top 3-4 choruses out there. That's just ridiculous. So one of those videos that has to still come out is Guitar Summit Shabbat, and I want to release that right a day before I show you the amazing Shabbat guitar that I have. So that's why it's still not online. Engel IR loader. It's a different approach. Great pedal, and we're looking at it at Guitar Summit, and the day later, look what happens. There's the actual review for it. I love holding off on those videos, and then bam, here's the actual video. Makes sense. I hit 100k. Look at that. I did hit 100k. Funny video. I don't say a word in it. Different than this video, where it's just talking. Cool chat with Ola Strandberg from Strandberg Guitars about his guitars and a different approach to making guitars and what they should be nowadays. Lovely guy to chat with. So here we now have 5 videos in the Waza series. Unboxing and major overview of the Boss Waza tube amp expander. Classic amps, classic guitars with it and some classic sounds. Modern amps, modern guitars with it and some modern sounds. Here's the software in a separate video of 41 minutes. And here's a huge overview of a lot of the products on the market that do something similar. I'm actually waiting for a new one right now that's going to be released at Namm. Very, very exciting. I can't tell you anything about it, but that's going to hit Namm, and I'm going to have the first video of it, a kind of IR loader load box. I also have the React IR from Sandrock, which I will add to that list, because I made a big spreadsheet of all the differences, and I'm going to add to that as products hit the market now. Retrospectively, what do I think of the tube amp expander? Well, you can see it up. How do I? There. You can see it right there. I still have it. And it would be the one I use for live, because it has a lot of things that the others don't have for live use, and pumping effects into your speaker and all that stuff. Here, I still use, in the studio, I do prefer the AUX and the Torpedo Studio. So, then we went to Turin, where we were invited by our friends Andrea and Fabrizio. Cheddar came with us, Cheddar Kong Pao, Dave. Cheddar Kong Pao is just his YouTube name. He's actually named Dave. And we had a great weekend there, looking at how they're going to make their pedals of the new line that they're working on in a factory in Italy. And we learned so much about pedal manufacturing. And then we're looking at how the pedals kind of like came into being. Wait, I gotta... The birth of an Italian pedal brand. It's a very interesting video, I think, of what goes into starting a pedal brand. Then we wanted to know from you of what you thought about them and naming and all that stuff, and they really took a lot to heart. And we made a funny video in a cafe where we talk about Italian hand signals and what they mean. So, more from Guitar Summit, where I still have lots of videos coming out, probably even after Namm, of Jens Ritter guitars. It's always fun to make a video with him. Then we have the G-Lab. Oh, almost done, people, almost done. We're up to November 1st. G-Lab Chaos Drive. Great pedal, great price. Overdrive can be switched on and off with MIDI. What else do you want? Ormsby Hype 7 video. unboxing and checking it out. It's harpoony as fuck. It's big, it's massive, it has big and massive sounds. It is one of those modern guitars that I can highly recommend if you need modern guitars. Glenn Hughes, rock legend, and I shoot the shit for 9 minutes. This was a video from about KMA, shot at Namm. They already had released a whole bunch of new pedals. But hey, and I didn't even make it. Vlad's in it from Catpick Studios, so I just stepped out. Here's another of the G-Lab pedals, the Uproar Fuzz. Inexpensive, does a great job, can be switched on and off with MIDI. Now the Vemoram video, the Ibanez Vemoram collaboration video, I made in the middle of the year, but then couldn't release it because they couldn't be delivered. So it took a long time until Ibanez said, okay, now you can release it because stores will actually have it. And then I think a month later, Dan from Ibanez was like, it's also being discontinued. So kind of pointless video. But it's a good pedal. It's ridiculously overpriced, but it's a good pedal. And then the day later, we have what's the difference? And we're going to compare it to the others. It's completely different than any of the other Tube Screamers. So if you're looking for a Tube Screamer, don't get it. If you're looking for really thick overdrive, get it. Or don't because it's $500. Maybach, your back, everyone's back. There's a video about Maybach guitars from Guitar Summit. Here's another of those G-Lab pedals. That's a boost, 3 knobs, switchable with MIDI. One of the most exciting products for me, of course, was the Blackmagic ATEM Mini. It's a video switcher, and video switching is what I do here. This is live in the video, so I don't actually have to edit this in later. And all this stuff in HD you can do with the ATEM Mini. They realized that I really do my videos with a lot of their equipment, and they sent this to me, paid me for the video, and said this guy has the background to show this. And many people said this is the best video on it. No, it's not a guitar product, but if you're into video, check this out. Here is a video, 30,000 clicks. My Harley Benton Signature was finally released as a series model, and now it's unlimited with 1 or 2 tweaks, and you can get it as much as you want. Then we have Box of Doom from Guitar Summit. It's a guitar ISO cab. Not inexpensive, but made for touring and pretty good. Here at Musikproduktiv, I'm looking at the Fender American Ultra because they were just released, and I didn't get one for the release date. Fender made a big hype about it. Some other channels got some, and I was okay with that because I was very busy. So I just looked at them at the booth and said, found some things to critique, and then I also found some things where it was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But Fender actually said they want to send me one, so I'm probably going to get a Strat with HSS. So this is scheduled, so that's coming out. I don't know when, probably tomorrow, which is yesterday for you, or something like that. It's actually a pedal I'm gonna buy. It's still here, I haven't paid for it yet. I did this for Thomann, tri-parallel mixer from Electro-Harmonix. Electro-Harmonix doesn't really work with us YouTubers. We're not in contact with them. They do their own thing, and that's about it, which is kind of sad. Or at least none of the guys that I know work with Electro-Harmonix. But they make really cool pedals, and they kind of, I think, should work with us. This is so good, I just had to get it. Here is... Here, then. Okay, this was... I get it. This was... just like... The order is weird. The Walrus guys, Colt and Jason did a tour around Europe, and they were on the pedal show in Andertons and Thomann, and on every channel they kind of are showing their board, and they show up here with their big board. I'm like, guys, you've done this video 4 times now, or 3 times now, like, what's the point? I want to do something else. So I had them review a pedal from a totally different company, which I thought was really funny, and it was a ridiculously cool video, ridiculously funny, 2,000 clicks. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Some of the videos that I think are the best videos out. This is so funny. It is so entertaining. It is a great pedal company reviewing a pedal like they're not another pedal company, and they were totally fair. And no clicks. I don't get it. Every time I think this is one of the coolest videos ever, nobody gives a flying rat's ass. Well, and here, heading in the French people, 8,000 clicks because there's a hot chick in it. You guys are so freaking predictable. That's, of course, Rock Chloe. She's super, super nice. And she can play, but you're so predictable. The new software for the AUX is great and makes it a lot more valuable now, so check that out. I'm going to get one of these Mariposas. Great guitar. Wow, is it cool. Looks weird, but I love the color. It's an amazing instrument. No, you cannot play really high up, but other than that, this is the shit. And I'm very excited that Music Man's going to send me one of those. I really hope they're not forgetting. Here, we had a dad and son buy too many of those oopsies, and they came and donated one, and it was sold for the animal shelter at $760. Andrew, you crazy man. Okay? He bought it. It's on its way to Chicago. Game Changer Audio Plasma Coil. Great pedal. I sold it because I don't have use for it in my music, but wow, what a pedal. C.G. Brown Guitars, again, German handmade guitars from Guitar Summit. Here we have the Spectral Reverb, really good pedal. 3-knob reverb, not a lot of options, but great sounds if you don't have a lot of money. Here I'm asking Pete Thorne some tricky questions about his quite pricey PT15 IR amp. It's only a 15 watt amp. Yeah, it's got an IR loader, which I can get for, $100 anywhere else. It doesn't even have XLR or MIDI. And I'm asking him about all these things and why. And he's got good answers. Here, Fender Tone Master. This is a massive video about the Tone Master. And I know I spelled disaster wrong. Well, boo-hoo. I don't know how to spell disaster. The comments on this are phenomenal. I can't hear a difference. The difference is huge. Tone Master sounds better. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know how to set up an amp. Sometimes this job is no fun. Here's just the comparison, no talking. Video about B&G guitars from Israel, from Guitar Summit. We're almost through. Oh. Battle of the Small Boards. I do a lot of videos for Thomann, and I have a lot of these modelers on the table, so I thought, why not compare some of them and give you my opinion. Pedal Crush. Kim Bjorn came and we looked at his book, Pedal Crush, which is a great book if you're into pedal boards and you need to know more or even just want to browse. It's a great book, absolutely worth the $60 that they're asking for it. DC Drive still coming out. Video about Tundler guitars and Jörg Tundler from Guitar Summit. Jörg is a great guy and builds the best Les Pauls on the planet. He does. Then we have Beatronics Swarm, which is just weird. I sold it already. I don't know what to do with that. Surf Tram, Purple Moon, Atlantic Chorus still coming out. The Booty is not the Diner, talking about Tone Fuchs guitars and the twin guitar that he built together with Jörg Tundler. Uwe Schölch and Jörg Tundler each built a guitar out of the same woods. And we do a preview of that, but then later on there was actually a video where we're reviewing them here. The Chorus from the Rebel series, again, $110 or something. Great pedal, MIDI controllable 3 knobs. Really, nothing not to like about it. Comfortably Plum still coming out. Carl Martin Comp still coming out. Ernie Ball video from Guitar Summit. It's a little video about Ernie Ball, and then Kfir Okayon is in there. Really, really nice guy. And then a chat with Thomas Bluke about Gear Street. Tom's such a nice guy. He just stopped by here, which you shall see. So, SUV pedals, Lowrider, review coming up. High Rider, review coming up. Morley Michael Amadouar, coming up. You see, I have a lot of stuff already done. Red Beard Effects, Red Mist. Not necessarily my cup of tea, but a very, very thick slightly fuzzy master distortion overdrive thing. It just does this. Whoa! It's great for that. Here's my little retrospective of Music Park Leipzig, the new trade show in Germany, and did they do well or not? Just giving you a couple of impressions. The Curvy Reverb, again the last pedal from the Rebel series, inexpensive. I still have all those Rebel pedals. I might sell them, but they're still all in the box over there. This was funny. Dan from Ibanez and I, we thought, hey, let's do a video where I would total ass and say the most horrible things about all the guitars at the booth. Because he's a cool guy, and why not? Obviously, Ibanez doesn't suck. It's a fun video, I think. Oh, in the video, we're making total fun of Jake Bone from Periphery, who then saw it on Instagram and made a couple of funny comments. So I might get beat up at Namm. No. Talk with Paul Gilbert, which was kind of fun. Nice guy. Beautiful, beautiful guitars from De Gier. And we look at his new hollow bodies. Now here's this new guitar learning system from Visual Note, in which I said that Glenn and Phil reviewed something that a China company ripped off, which they didn't. That was actually Fred Zealot, which is an American company. They didn't rip off Visual Note. And so I'm looking at the Visual Note system, and it's working, but the software needs to be updated. I think the system can be good if the software pulls along. Right now, it's kind of in a... It'll get you started, but it doesn't get you very far kind of a setup. So can I really recommend it? With better software, I can, yes. Harley Benton MIDI switcher, still coming out. This was interesting. My friend Yoshilak built this Boilerbird guitar for a customer on spec. P90, single coil, telly bridge, weird guitar. And I just get it, I review it, put the picture up. That gets 14,000 hits. That's great for Yoshi because it's good marketing for him. But I just don't get at what you guys click on. I don't get it. Then these beautiful Spalt guitars, 4,000 clicks. Spalt now has a more affordable working man's guitar, still at $4,000, but compared to what Spalt usually cost, that's a steal. Now here we have 28,000 clicks on this stereo power amp. This is a thing, realistically, that everyone should just buy and have. $89 and a stereo power amp, 4 pedals or modelers. Here the 15,000. I thought this is clickbaity as fuck. 15,000 euro twins, 2 amazing looking guitars. 15,000 euro clickbait. No, it's got 5,000 clicks. I literally give up what gets clicks and what doesn't, because I don't know. Those 2 instruments are still available, and they are phenomenal. And it's Uwe and Jörg back on the couch for an hour. Totally fun video. Another video about Nick Huber guitars here from Guitar Summit, and I'm gonna of course make a new one at Namm, because that's what I do. I hang out with my friends and I make videos. Music Man Stingray bass. Beautiful bass, paid for video by Music Man. They gave that to me at the Leipzig show and said, dude, do this bass. And I did. Great bass. Went back. Starlifter from Rocket Surgeon is still coming up. That's a bass preamp pedal. And then we have the brand new Ibanez's... The brand new Ibanez guitars for 2020 coming up on the 1st. Harley Benton Stump for loopers, which are highly recommended at the price. Ibanez has headless basses now. You don't know that. What is this? Oh, Prestige. Here's another video with Trevor Wilkinson that we did at Guitar Summit. That's great. Here's my best of 19 video. It is 2 minutes long, which is much shorter than this. And here's stuff coming up. Ice bass guitars, Natsangi, this is all stuff from Guitar Summit. Looperwerk, Iron Finger pedal, VS Audio. Okay, then we have the Rajani Amp, which I didn't have long enough to actually make a full video for. Boutique distribution at Mtg Tube, just a little video, hang out with my buddies. Then the freaking Panama from Carl Martin. That's just one of those pedals that will explode everything. It's killer. It's unbridled, untamed, mega rock and roll. Get it, $150. This apparently just went online, has 430 clicks. Must have been online an hour ago. That's good. Made in Japan, FGNs for $4.99 and $7.99. That's ridiculous. Killer guitars. Chicken picks. Stupid little video about chicken picks from Guitar Summit. Here I'm comparing the Plasma Coal and the Swarm against each other because they're kind of similar, but they're not really doing the same thing, but they do. So there's a comparison video of that. Here's an opinion on the Boss Katana Mark II with a fully produced track that's coming up. There's a video on the Lion DX coming up from Shabbat. Here I'm looking at Ergon guitars, some of the most stunningly different guitars out there, absolute masterpieces. The Nux wireless system in its little charger, kind of neat, does the job, doesn't break the bank. I'm hanging with Chris Buck here, which was kind of cool, kind of a fun video. Scott Dixon triple row guitar case. I'm reviewing that. Then we've got the Ormsby guitars at Guitar Summit. They brought great stuff, and after Guitar Summit, they actually sent me one. Harley Benton Solid Wood 349. That guitar's killer. Yeah. You guys hated that guitar, the Soul Tool thing. It was it's pretty much a study. It's kind of like a concept car, a concept guitar. It's like, let's see what's possible. It's not like they don't want to sell 1 million of them. Other than that, Boss from Guitar Summit still coming up. Crazy Tube Circuit still coming up. And here, this is a good video. Amp 1 Iridium Edition. We're gonna do the metal test with, well, Glenn Fricker is calling us in the middle of that video, which is kind of funny. And Thomas Bluke is with me setting up insane sounds. So that's still coming up, which leaves us clicking on some live streams and see what happened there. What live streams did we do? Pedal Crush live stream earlier in the year. Then we did John Brown of Monuments was here, and we did that. And talked to him and his fans. Then, come here, Paul Chucks. So we took some questions from fans and talked about power supplies. And then the campaign like Clockwork Live stream started, which is where we're producing a full album. We have up to 17 cameras set up in the whole house, and you can actually be part of the album production. We're not cutting out anything. It's the full production. You can see the computer screen, everything, and you can be part of the album from beginning to end and see how a band interacts with me, how they interact with each other, what we do, and the way that I produce with them. How we find guitar sounds. There was a whole session where we produced a full song that we then decided we don't want to do. It doesn't fit the album. It's the actual life of a band and a producer. So yeah, there's all these sessions, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 is twice because we had to restart it. These here were to kind of get you guys to put money into the auction, kind of like pushing some of the things that were in the charity auction. Again, more campaign like Clockwork live streams. Then we're thanking you guys for the charity auction, which broke down 3 times. That's why we have it 3 times. We did a live stream with the ATEM Mini, and we also reviewed the Rubberneck Delay from DoD. And there's the 12th live stream, the 13th, and the 14th, and the 15th, and that's it. Whew. That was 2019. Just a few videos I did. Just a few. I don't know how many that was. It was a shit ton. Now, if you saw any in that list that you skipped or that you missed, where you're like, oh, that's, damn, I didn't know he did a video on that. Well, now you know that you can go back. I'm going to try to do the same thing for 2020. So what's coming in 2020? Well, in about 13 days, 14 days, I'm going to Namm for 10 days. I'm taking Harry Holden with me. I have a ridiculously new camera setup. Yeah, ridiculous. So I bought that, and we're gonna run around with that at Namm, hopefully getting you the best Namm coverage that I've ever done. 4K, 50p, super high-end, everything in focus, great audio and all that. That's the plan. We'll see. And I'm filming all these Namm videos, and as you can see, spread them over the year so that every day there's something new for you. Okay, don't watch them all. I do a video from here, I do one from Namm, from here, from Namm, from here, from Namm, something else. I try to mix it up. And the way I try to do my trade show stuff, hopefully it's entertaining, a little bit different than just showing you the product, which is kind of boring. Some people would prefer if I did that, but there are more new people to the channel that don't get what I do, which is fine. So, going to Namm, coming back, being dead, doing whatever is still here to be filmed after that, doing something, getting some products that will be released during Namm, so hopefully I can finish those videos before that, which is going to be ridiculously tight to get done. After Namm, it's talking to all the companies that I talked to at Namm to get hopefully paid gigs, meaning paid reviews, so that I can survive throughout the year. Then I'm planning, we'll see, but I'm planning another Gear Street, hopefully middle of August. Let's see if I can pull that off. It's gonna cost a lot of money. Still don't know why I'm doing it, but these things were my idea, so that means I kind of have to do it. If I want to see them the way that I envisioned them, those YouTube events. So maybe I can meet some new YouTubers, maybe I can get some new YouTubers involved. And after that, I should have run out of Namm videos. That means going to Guitar Summit, making Guitar Summit videos to fill up during the next, until the next Namm. Probably going to, and you know, all that. If you ever thought being a YouTuber is just being, you know, hey, here's a cell phone. Yeah. Then you really have no idea. And thanks to all the people who really just, you know, want to tell me how horrible my videos are and what to do better. It's very disheartening. So if you're someone who loves the channel, once in a while, just say that you do, because primarily what I read is bad stuff. But I know you're out there, so sometimes just say, that was cool. I enjoyed this. Thumbs up or something like this, because that drowns out the negativity. Negativity? What's negativity? Negativity. And there's a lot of it. Well, get into 2020 smoothly. Guten Rutsch. Happy slide, as we say in German. Thanks for sticking with me throughout 2019. And I hope to see you in 2020. Oh, animals at the end.
And I forget all my fears. Hold me and don't let go. I don't care what people say, it's my emotions. I wanna bathe in your sea, I wanna dive in your ocean.